Hello and welcome back to Mayster Reviews. Today I'll be covering the final film of September 2022, Smile. Now, a lot of people were looking forward to this one, mainly because it kind of falls under the category of teenage piss-take horror films. I was too, for that exact reason. The place was absolutely decked out with teenagers, and we all had a fantastic time at the incredibly cheap jump scares. Now, in its plot, there is most definitely weakness. In its character development, there is also a fair amount of weakness, though in some areas around our lead, for example, they actually do have some nice threads here and there and challenges in their past particularly that they have to confront, and those are quite well done. The visual effects, especially in the third act, are absolutely laughable. The interesting camera work in places with it being sort of almost Dutch angles upside down, inverted. I know I always like inventive camera work, but when it's got substance to it, and that just happened and there was no connection I could draw as to why they decided to go that way. They were just establishing shots that were just like that for no reason. I know it's meant to show a lot of disturbance, but no, it just tried to make a B-tier mainstream film into something with gravitas, and it didn't work. And the jump scares, like I say, were cheap, but there were some sequences that had merit and were honestly terrifying, and that is particularly with the ones in the dark around the house of our protagonist, as well as, most notably, the opening scene. The opening sequence before the title that we've seen from the trailers, where, you know, she cuts a smile on her face and whatsoever, that was probably the best scene of the film. It had literally all of us on edge, and it bided its time, which I appreciate. It didn't go straight into the blood and gore and the jump scares. It really bided its time to reach a point. And when it cut the titles following that, I genuinely thought there was some serious promise in it. Only it then went slowly downhill, and with a certain plot twist at the end, which I won't go into great detail on, it kind of took the sort of resolution of the story and pulled the rug out from underneath us, which I didn't find that appealing, and I actually found it quite annoying. And it was almost as if they were trying to plug a sequel, which I already knew by that point was never going to get made. Yeah, if I'm wrong on that, whatever. But yeah, that's all really I have to say in summary about Smile. So yeah, it was okay. It was good. It was okay / good. It wasn't particularly amazing by any stretch, but I might have to think on it more in future to see what my overall conclusion. It might be worth a rewatch to be a bit less critical going in. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Smile, and that wraps up September 2022's film backlog I'm catching up on now, and I'm about to go into October. So I'll see you all next time for that then. Goodbye.